Hello boys and girls, this is Stephman123 bringing you the first in my League of Legends replays. Today we're going to be looking at a 5v5 ranked match featuring the new champion Yorick, so we'll see what goes on. So at the moment we've got Lady Gangplank, I always forget her name, let me just discover it, Miss Fortuna, that's the one, Lady Gangplank, hehehe. Yep, taking up the right lane, we've got Annie and Oriana taking the middle. We've got Mr. Spazbot aka Ramos taking up the right. What's going on there? Did Oriana really just get slated by the tower? Well, isn't she a silly girl? So let's speed it up a bit and get to the minion spawns. Okay, why Ramos isn't going to jungle, is he? So here we go, we've got Yorick and Miss Fortuna on bottom, Oriana and Ramos mid. I think Ramos is going to attempt to jungle, and we've got Annie on top. So the minions are clashing in the middle, we have action at the bottom, we've got Mordekaiser. There's a lot of stuff going on down here, a lot of shooting. We've got enemy Yorick at the top, Vayne in the mid, and we have Iriel. I don't know how to pronounce that actually, on bottom with Mordekaiser. So it's a 2 and 4th game at the minute, with the purples looking to push back a little bit on bottom lane. Top lane, Annie's just had to pop a healing potion, not good to burn that this early. In the middle we have Oriana, and she's taking a good pop at Vayne by the look of it. Please remember though that sometimes these health bars will not be accurate, it's because of the replay software, but the guys that created it have done the best they can. So we've got Spazbot aka Ramos going for Golem. Annie's been pushed back to a tower. Mordekaiser and Iriel are sticking around the tower at the minute. Okay, Oriana's got a ball back. She's going to try and throw it in for the finish. Oh, we've got some chasing up here from Yorick. Okay, so we're seeing a lot of dingings. It's just a lot of pushing back and forth at the minute. A few shots fired at each other, but nothing big. So let's go forwards a little bit more. So we're now 4 minutes into the match. We've got enemy Yorick and Annie. They're all just dishing off all these guys. She's throwing a ball in. So there's nothing really. Oh, it appears we have a gank down here. Oh, and that is a failed gank by Ramos, and that means they've lost 2 already. That is really bad. Ramos was a little bit stupid in there, coming in like that. And Vayne's also MIA in the middle. This isn't looking good at the moment. And it looks like his teammates are having a bit of a go at him, which I can't say I blame them. That was pretty damn stupid for a ranked player to pull off. So again, just a lot more to and fro-in. Oh, we've got some action in the middle. Vayne trying to use a rolls and a silver darts, but Oriana pulls back to the tower just in time. Looks like Annie's been forced into a tower hugging position. Oriana and Vayne are just pushing backwards and forwards over and over again, neither having to retreat at the moment. While Miss Fortuna and Yorick try and push them back up down here. Ramos is playing in the jungle again. Okay, Ramos is now going up to meet Yorick. See if he can do anything here. No. Oh, Annie's in. The tower got him. That was a very silly Yorick as well. Why did he dive into the tower? But also Oriana's gone down to Vayne. This isn't looking good for the purple team at the moment. Let's see if they can come back. Okay, so Oriana Ramos back in. There's some tower damage been taken while she's been away. And Vayne is still trying to push hard in when Annie comes for the gank, and Annie summons Tibbers to get the stun and takes her down. I apologise if I'm missing some of the action. There's no rewind button on this, so there's not a lot I can do about it, guys. I am trying to hit the play button when I see something major is happening, like this. Ramos charges into Mordekaiser, and Mord just stands his ground, of course, because there's two of them. Yorick comes in with Miss Fortuna. They've got the slow on Iriel. Auric chasing Iriel. Oh, and Miss Fortuna's gone down to Mordekaiser. Now Ramos dies. Can he get Auric for the final? No, he can't. But still, 5-2, guys. This isn't looking good at all. It's very one-sided at the moment. But of course, it isn't a major gap, so they can still come back. So we have Oriana now on top, pushing about Auric. And she's had to pop a healing potion. Annie in the middle with Vayne. And Purple Yorick and Mordekaiser just toing and throwing a little bit, though Yorick's been pushed back to the tower. In comes Miss Fortuna with her big bullets. She's giving chase. No, she's backed up again. Okay, you're preparing for a gank on Vayne. In the mid, Ramos comes in and Annie picks up the kill. Up in top, Oriana's running from Yorick at the moment. She's recalling. Let's have a look at the stats. So we have 43, 42, 10, 33 and 29 for minion kills. Not a hell of a lot for this stage of the game. We are 10 minutes in. Oh, and now we have a new contender. He must have been jungling. We have Nasus just come in. I didn't actually notice Nasus load in, so this is quite peculiar. Down in bottom we've got Mordekaiser pushing about Miss Fortuna again. Mord being played very, very well. Picking up plenty of kills. If we look at the kills, we've got Annie with 3, Mord with 4 and Vayne with 1. So Mord is doing a good job at the moment. Okay, Vayne and Annie still pushing about in the middle. We've got a little bit of to and fro in action here. Oh, they're moving in. Sorry. Mordekaiser picks up another kill on Miss Fortuna. And they're preparing for a gank in the middle on Vayne. Ramos comes in. Vayne tries to roll out of the way. She flashes to get closer to the tower, but they've got her pinned and stunned because of the Tibbers. And Ramos takes her down. Mord coming into the tower now, and then backing out, just trying to throw a few punches to keep the purple players on their toes. We've got Nasus in here harassing Annie, and still Oriana and Yorick pushing each other around on top. So we've got a little bit of action in the bottom coming by the looks of it. Annie trying to prepare for a gank. But Mord and Iriel are having it. Iriel's going into Annie's bush. She's got him stunned. Oh, they've got the slow. Miss Fortuna comes in with a gunshot. They've got a slow on Mord also. Yorick coming in trying to summon his demons, but to no avail. He was out of range. And they escape with their lives. Okay, Annie coming in to prepare another gank on Nasus, I believe. Yeah, she's gone with the fireball, but no stun, so there's nothing going to be happening there. But Vayne comes in, and they've got the slow on Ramos. They're letting him run, while Vayne jumps on Annie with a tumble and firing her silver bolt, but nothing happening again. Iriel looks to have been left alone on the bottom lane. Still, Yorick and Oriana are pushing each other about. We are now 14 minutes into the match. and the score is 4-7 in favour of the blue team. Okay, Yorick trying to push his minions onto Oriana, seeing what he can do. Miss Fortuna and Iriel playing. Oh, it looks like Yorick and Rammus are attempting to go up top, and Maud spots them and he's running. Rammus not quite quick enough to get in there, but in comes Annie. Looks like they're preparing for a team fight. Rammus goes in alone without the support of his teammates. He's surely going down. No, he isn't. He escapes. With the blue team running down into bottom lane. Yorick and Annie now coming round to hook up with the rest of the team. Miss Fortuna fires off her big shot. Okay, Rammus trying to... I don't know what Rammus was doing there. He didn't go for a stun, but Miss Fortuna's got her ultimate off. In comes Vayne. They're pushing each other around. Purple team have had to retreat slightly, and they're coming out again with Miss Fortuna and Yorick. Rammus having to retreat. And he goes for Vayne. Vayne tumbles back to the tower to save herself. Okay, and it appears that the blue team are now going for Dragon. So if they get that, what that means is there's universal gold for the team, which is never a bad thing. But in comes the blue team trying to destroy their plans. So they're pushing each other about. We've got the oh, and Rammus goes down to Vayne from a tumble and a few bolts in his back. Oh, and it looks like we've got Mordekaiser and Iriel in the middle again. We've got Yorick farming some jungle creeps. Maud coming into the tower with Iriel. Just trying to knock it about and well, not confuse the enemy so much, but keep them on the toes. That seems to be my favourite saying at the moment. We're now 17 minutes into the match, and blue team's Yorick is currently ahead on minion kills with 101. The highest on purple team is 83 by Annie. And the minions just took out bottom lane's turret for the purple team. They'll not like that at all. Oh, and centre lane turret's been taken out by Iriel. Oriana and Yorick just pushing about in the top still. Looks like Rammus is going to come up to top. He's wasted that there. Oh! And I missed that, but in came Nasus to jump on Oriana and take her down. And now Rammus and Nasus are going at it in the circle of doom created by Nasus. Rammus, having burnt his charge, can't get the stun off to finalise the kill. And in comes Maud and Iriel to try and finish Rammus. Rammus just runs straight past the enemy tower. Not a bad tactic, he can take people unawares. He's just going to run and try and escape, but it's too late. Nasus takes him down, while centre lane is being pushed by purple team. In come blue team, and they've scared them straight back. So we're now 20 minutes into the match, and the scores are very one-sided at the moment. It's 10-5 for the blue team. Levels though are remaining fairly even. There's not too much between in levels. Okay, we got some action down here. Annie and Yorick are having a bash at each other. In come the blue team to support Yorick. Oriana and Annie had to retreat with nothing to do. Oriana files a ball, but it does nothing. And in comes Vayne with the stealth, with the ultimate, the tumble to drop in stealth. In comes Rammus. Can he finish Vayne? Rammus finishes Vayne, and in comes Oriana. Can she do anything about Nasus? Mordekaiser is very dangerous at the minute. This could go very, very badly, and they've had to retreat. Nasus and Auric now in the top, but in comes Misfortuna onto Yorick to try and finish him. Ramus comes back in, Misfortuna gets off her ultimate, and Oriana picks up the kill on Yorick. Now chasing Mordekaiser, just doing a little bit of damage. Oriana throwing a ball in to see if she can do anything. Very good tip there from Riseby, playing Oriana. Please don't die. So not a lot happening at the minute, they're just sort of farming and harassing. Ramus and Oriana are now in the jungle, with Annie taking top lane and Yorick taking bottom. Mordekaiser and Iriel come in on the turret and finish top lane's turret also. This is looking very, very bad for the purple team at the moment. Oriana trying to get a pop shot off at Vayne from the bushes. She fails, and now, oh, here's Vayne. Yorick and Yorick in the bottom. Blue team's Yorick with the buff. Can he jump on him? Managed to get slow, and in comes Nasus with another slow. They're on Yorick, and he's definitely going down here. And Vayne picks up the kill on Yorick. Well, Oriana runs away, and in comes Lady Gangplank to knock the slow on the enemy, so to aid Oriana's escape. Oh, and Oriana's just come back out and picked up the kill on Vayne. Mordekaiser being left to push middle lane unhindered at the moment. Excuse me. Purple team now grouping up. There's a bit of a team fight going on in the middle, but nothing too big. It just looked like they were pushing each other's defences, seeing what they could do. And Misfortuna now recalling to re-heal and recoup some mana. In comes Mordekaiser to the middle, not doing a lot. Okay, and the creeps are getting dangerously close on bottom lane, so Annie and Misfortuna go to push them back a little bit, while Auric and Iriel come down centre lane along with Mordekaiser. Why do I keep calling... And Auric on his own in the jungle comes around the back. He's going to try and pop... Oh, and in comes Misfortuna, just scaring the blue team off the turret. Ramus in the jungle just trying to pick up more buffs. And Ramus is now trying to explain that he's picking up the buff so he can continuously run his rotation, which is a good thing, but being out on the jungle on your own when the scores are balanced like this isn't a good idea. Okay, and now purple team signalling to try and meet up middle lane by the look of it for a big push. But Nasus, Maud, Iriel and Auric meet them there. Coming into bottom tower, Ramus gets his speed on and charges into a minion. I don't know what he thinks he was doing, he was too low health to do anything whatsoever there. Another inch out and he would have been killed. Misfortuna just trying to scare them off with the area of effect. And they're pushing on that tower again. Mordekaiser, Nasus, Auric and Vayne. Oh, and Iriel just popped out of the jungle. I am really surprised they aren't going for forms at the minute, because with the lead they've got and the gold they should have, they should, excuse me, oh, that's very impolite, I apologise for that. They should have a big edge and Fawns would just tip the balance, and here we have Ramus getting hit by Vayne and in comes Oriana to try and take her out. It looks like they may have a Ramus getting the slow on, and Ramus picks up the kill on Vayne while the rest of the blue team charge bottom lane. Looks like they've picked up Auric on his own. They're charging him. He's certainly going to go down. Yeah, and the kill's picked up. And here they come again on bottom lane. Just pushing each other around a little bit, nothing too exciting happening there. Annie going back to middle lane. And there we go, we've got a recall on Orianna, obviously to pick up some new items and refill her mana pool. We've got 3 of the purples heading to centre to try a big push. Okay, and I apologise for that, I just had to mute the microphone a moment to sort out the child. So here we've got Vayne coming in, just to have a look. Nasus as well, they're obviously teasing, trying to see who's in the lane and what they can do about it. Not a lot of action happening at all at the moment, folks. Okay, and it looks like they're going to go for Dragon again. Oh, and the whole blue team have headed to top lane to try and push that quickly. Annie heading down to try and do something about it with Miss Fortuna and Auric. Rammus coming up. What's going to happen here? Rammus has surely got to hug the tower for now. Okay, and in come Auric, Miss Fortuna, and Annie. There's hails of fire going off everywhere. Vayne using her tumbles to buffer attacks, and Nasus chasing Annie back round to the turret. But again, nothing too exciting. They're just solely after this bottom tower at the minute. Oh, we've got another team fight here. Miss Fortuna getting her ultimate off on Auric and Mordekaiser. Nasus just charging past the tower to try and pick up the kill. Annie picks up the kill on Auric. Annie's now stunned. Nasus with a kill on the purple team's Auric. All the while, Orianna's just been left to it, so she's picked up this turret for free. Rammus now in on Vayne, but they've got that turret wrapped up. And surely they're going to push on this and have another dig. Yeah, they should have this, I think. And another turret's about to bite the dust. There we go. Nasus now chasing Orianna. She's just going to recall back to safety from the bushes where she can hide. Okay, we've got blue team's Auric heading down centre lane. He's staying just outside by the look of it for now. Oh, and in comes, and in she comes. Miss Alia. It looks like they're going to have another attempt at picking up Dragon. Oh, I don't know what happened there. A little bit of a graphical glitch in the program. So in they come, but Dragon's down. It's been picked up by the look of it. So they're all heading to bottom lane, hopefully to try and push it all the way up. And they've caught up with Nasus. They've got the slow on Nasus, they're jumping in on him, here they all come. But Vayne's also there with her tumbles to try and plough them down. And Miss Fortuna picks up a kill on Nasus while Aria, can't pronounce her name for some reason, comes in, and Orianna picks up Vayne. So they're looking in a stronger position at the minute if they can rush this lane before the respawns happen. And in they come on that tower, but Arlene is... her name changes every time I say it, I apologise. Oh, and Ramos has just chased her off, allowing her teammates to pick up that turret. And also attempt to pick up Arlene, which Ramos manages, and he manages to get out safely. So they're now on the inhibitor. In comes Nasus to try and stop them, but it's too late. Super minions are now spawning. Okay, so it looks like they're heading back to center lane to try and regroup there. Maybe not, maybe they're heading back home. They've done enough for today, they think. So there's just some jungling going up. Auric trying to pick up the blue buff for Orianna. Ramos charging center again. He's onto the enemy Auric and Vayne having to retreat. In comes Miss Fortuna to try and help him, but there's just too many there for them to do anything. So here they come again, Ramos burning that ability again. I don't know what he's thinking at the moment. And they're charging bottom lane to try and pick up Vayne, who's hiding in the bushes. She's running around trying to get away. Can they do anything about it? Oh, they're on her, but it's too late. They're coming in for the team fight. They've got her. Can they do anything about Nasus and Auric? Ramos coming in, but he's getting hit hard by that turret. He's just taking the shots. They're rolling off him, and he picks up Nasus. Oh, and they've just picked up another. That was Miss Fortuna on the enemy Auric and the tower. They're coming back, ladies and gentlemen. The scores are now tied at 18-18 at 35 minutes. And the scoreboard's looking good. Everyone's pretty well itemed up. Oh, and in a change of events, Annie is now top on minion kills with Iriala, that one. Being top on minion kills for the opposing team, so they're now pushing in on the final turret on top lane. Oh, and they've just took out centre turret with the minions. They've took out top lane turret. They're coming on Mordekaiser. He can't do anything. He's down. Picked up by Orianna. And they're now just going to pick off the inhibitor. Facing no resistance to that. And now coming in for middle turret, which they should be able to take down quite nicely if they all get on it quick enough. And there goes centre turret. They're now on Eoric. Ramos getting the stun off. He's down, taken by Annie, but he popped off his ulti quick enough to get in and deliver some more damage before he goes down for good. In comes Nasus to try and support him, but it's no good. He's had to retreat. It's pretty much just a defend the tower game now, folks. And they're pushing backwards and forwards, trying to take this last turret at this end. None having to recall at the minute. The inhibitor's about to come back up though. This can sometimes change things. So just toing and throwing at the base at the moment. Yeah, and they're slowly being pushed back, very slowly, but it's happening, folks. There we go, and they've been pushed out of the base for the moment, but Ramos is coming back in, trying to get the stun on Auric, but he misses and picks up a minion. Oh, and they all dive him, and Auric takes out Auric, and Vayne has just gone down also. It looks like they may be able to take the whole team down here if people don't get out of the firing line. Oh, can they finish? Oh no, they can't finish. Mordekaiser comes in on Auric and pushes him back. Auric decides to take this inhibitor down again, which is a very wise move. The second turret goes down, and this looks like a good game, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for watching. This has been Stephman123 with TGN.TV. Thanks for watching, folks. Hope to see you next time.